welcome to the Eclectic Collection. Today is episode 124, Going on Vacation, everybody's favorite topic. But before we get into that, you should really ask yourself, have you liked to be an eclector? Have you thought about it? Are you an eclector? Because if you're not, you should really sign up and you should really follow us and you should really go find all the other fun things that we do because you should. Sort of like, did you know I wrote a couple of books? You should go read them. Did you know that I've got the YouTube channel, Mysterious Morsels? Because if you didn't, then you should, because you should be in the know and you should be checking that stuff out. Because let's be real, nobody wants to stay in reality that long, so I can help you complain with you or take you on a little mind adventure that you'll enjoy. And let's, with that, get back to talking about going on vacation. Woohoo! So vacations, fun. Everyone likes them. I do. And probably don't take enough of them. Statistically, that's true. The United States is the least likely to take their time. Europeans think we're nuts, and that's why we die first and they don't. But that miserable fun fact aside, you know, vacations, wherever you're going, I don't care if it's like down the shore, around the corner, a weekend at a friend's, a big long thing in Europe, you're going on a safari in Africa, you're going out to Vegas, you're going down to Disney World, whatever you're going to do, a big or little, couple days, months, whatever. One thing is a massive commonality. Yeah, you got to pack and all that stuff, sure. And sure, you need tickets and everything. But that's part of the actual vacation. And I say going on vacation because it's quite the little moniker that my sister has given to me whenever I'm really going to go on vacation. So there's really two going on vacations. There's going on vacation, you're actually going on vacation to a place and it's going to be fun. And like I said, you're going to pack and get tickets and talk to somebody and have accommodations and, the vacation. That's the real part. But before you get there, there's the process of air quotes going on vacation. And that is awful, terrible, horrible, and fill in every other nasty adjective you can think here. It is my crippling nemesis. Because when you're going and you are anticipating the fun, suddenly there's all these responsibilities that you have to do. And apart from accommodations and packing and the things that you expect, suddenly your brain goes into overdrive. And I'm a list maker, so my lists have lists. And what happens is you start thinking about all the crap that you didn't do for the last 6 months that you don't want to leave undone because you're going on vacation. And suddenly you start to believe that some of that crap's actually going to matter and somebody's going to look for it when you're away on vacation. And you don't want that phone call in the middle of your ride on the teacups or when you're on an African safari or when you're playing blackjack in Vegas. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to have to take that call. So you start making crazy, unmanageable, completely unfounded lists that you're nuts enough to believe you're going to complete successfully on time and well before you go. Now, we all know that's not true. And as my sister would say, pull up a chair for D because she needs some room. D, by the way, is for denial. So get a clue. You ain't going to do all that stuff. So just box it up, put it away, and deal with it when you come home, if you even deal with it at all. Because most of it is the thing on the to-do list that never got done and then one day turned into like 1 week. And then the next week when you made that list, you put it back on, but you ignore it because you don't want to do it. And it fell to the bottom of the list. And then 3 weeks later, it's still on the list, but you haven't done it. Next thing you know, 6 months have gone by and that stupid thing is still on the list, but you haven't done it. And it's annoying you. And it's bothering you that you didn't do it. And you probably could do it. And you could probably do it faster than you think you could do it, but you don't want to do it. So it just keeps putting put down, put down, put down. So all those little creepy things, after a while, there's a lot of sludge at the bottom of your to-do list. I know because I got sludgy lists. They just keep adding up and adding up. Next thing you know, you got like a whole page of sludgy, yucky things that you don't want to do that really probably aren't that bad, but you don't want to do them and you haven't done them and you're ignoring them. And you're going to go on vacation. But now you got to deal with going on vacation before you go on vacation. And you don't really want to deal with it very well. And you're not. And then you start throwing tantrums and getting upset. And then what happens? Time doesn't stop for anybody. So the clock's tick tock, tick tock. And every day you're getting closer to that vacation. And why should you be excited and happy that you're going on a vacation? Happy times. No. You're stressed out and freaking and losing sleep because you got this other stuff to do. And if you don't get it done, you're not going to have a clear mind to go on vacation because you've told yourself that you need that clear mind to go on vacation. At least I have. And I've fallen into this trap like forever. I think it was only in the last year that I kind of trimmed down the going on vacation to finally just take the vacation. And I got that way because this year I was put into a little bit of a pickle. I'm a planner, so I planned everything out exactly the way it was supposed to go. And then one of my buddies threw me a curveball, and he got an opportunity to go somewhere else. He was actually going to go to Italy. So as a result, we had to move everything back a week. Now, I drive down as I go to the happiest place on earth every year, so it's really not that big a deal. It's not like I had a flight to change or anything. However, being an educator, I'm pretty stuck in school until the end of, whatever time. And when that happens, it's usually like a Thursday or something. Well, this year it ended on a Thursday, and that was it. I got finished, and I had one day, and I had to leave that next day, which is like, I would never do that to myself. I would always give myself at least a week to decompress, sort of get out of scholastic mode, get into summer mode, and then, move things back and forth, go shopping, take care of stuff. So I had all this added pressure that came up out of nowhere, not because of my doing, but because of his doing, that was obviously had to supersede the panic of going on vacation that I had put in my own head, because now I really did have to make sure that I went shopping, I packed, everything was ready to go, because I had 24 hours. And I was not stupid enough to leave myself in a 24-hour situation. So I had to start setting myself up for success about 2 weeks before. As a result of doing all that stuff I had to do, I was like, forget this. If it's not critical, it just got wiped away. Put it on the list and leave it until I came back. And that's what I did. Not the most ideal situation, but I do find that I had a better experience because I wasn't focused on all the wrong things. I was excited to go away, but I was focused on getting done what I had to get done so that I could actually get to the vacation, and I was able to stay a little bit longer as a result. So it's funny. Maybe you're like me and you make lists and you plan, and no matter what you try, you've got that icky feeling in the back that's, I gotta do this, I gotta finish that if I don't finish this. And sometimes it's ridiculous stuff too. Oh yeah, I gotta paint the house before I go. No, that was never happening. I need to, call in the brick pointer and have the entire front pavers done. No, that's a huge project. That doesn't have to happen. My air conditioner was being a little twitchy. So in my head, I called the guy, but there was no way that was going to get serviced in June. Like, it just wasn't happening. But, you get delusional. At least I do. And you start thinking, I could do that. Yeah, we can get that finished. But you're also reliant on other people. And then one day they don't call you back, or they don't show up, or it rained, or they couldn't do the job, or whatever happened. And next thing you know, you're in this hole where you're like, oh my God, it's even worse. And now we have more things to do. What am I going to do? So, you could freak about it, or you could just step over it and move it on to the next list. Because I got news for you. There's always another list. I'm pretty certain when I die, it's going to be like evidenced by photographs, Post-it notes, lots and lots of to-do lists with things crossed off. And, that's about it. Clutters of paper, I'm pretty sure. But if you're like me, then chill. If you're not, and you don't worry about it, hey, don't start worrying about it. Just laugh at people like me. But either way, know that you want to enjoy yourself and make sure that you do take the time to have downtime and not think about all the other icky things that normally you think about, because that's not what going on vacation, the real one, is for. If you like what you heard, then check us out at eclecticcollectionpodcast.com or follow us on your preferred platform. I'm Terry Tenaglia. Thanks for listening.